I make $5,000 to $10,000 per day, and yeah, you read that right. I make $5,000 to $10,000 per day as a course creator, and sometimes it could be even more. And the good part about this is it doesn't come with a lot of stress. Why? Because my process and framework is to make sure I work less and I earn more. And coming from a background of someone who used to be a marketing consultant and an agency owner, this is how I was able to change the trajectory of my entire business so I could work less, avoid burnout, and be able to travel as much as I want to. Right? So if you're watching this right now, you're probably thinking of how you can transfer your knowledge and expertise into creating a digital course, and I'm going to break it down for you. Right? Now, one of the things that you must understand is if you're very, very good at something, but a lot of people don't know about you, then you're as good as dead. Now, I don't mean this in a terrible way. What I mean is, if you are good at something, but people don't know about you, then who cares if you're good or not, right? Now, one of the biggest things that most people miss out on is distribution. In one of my last videos, I talked about my conversation with a billionaire and how he was able to shift my entire mindset from being someone who just creates to now understanding, okay, I want to get my stuff out there and I want to get people to see that shit. I know what I'm saying, right? Now, as someone who has consulted and has worked with a lot of course creators, and I still do work with a lot of course creators through my accelerator offer. It is called 7-Figure Offers, and it goes for $5,000. So now you might be thinking, how is this possible? Well, here's the breakdown. I make $5,000 to $10,000 per day with my courses, and then on Sundays I host a live webinar where I share a framework for anyone who wants to get consistent cost sales. And with these, we average roughly between $450,000 every single weekend to $600,000. So by the end of a month, if we look at just the webinars that are hosted, then we're averaging between $2.4 million to $3 million aside the daily revenue. Now, moving forward, here is my plan to take this to at least $50,000 days and then at least $650,000 weekends, right? If you're watching this right now, I want you to understand that how many hours you can work in a day is drastically limited, but how many offers you can sell in a day is unlimited when you have a proper system in place. And here's my exact framework. I create content that speaks specifically to the people that I want to sell to and repels people that I don't want to have anything to do with. But the issue with most people is they create content and they don't have like an end goal with the content that they are creating, right? But your content should serve two purposes. One, should seed people. And what do I mean by seeding people? It should make people interested in what you are saying and then give them a reason to choose you above other people that are in your space. And how do you do this? I explain more in my offer called 7-Figure Offers, but how you do this, one, is by repetition. You need to keep repeating something to people. For instance, have you ever listened to a music where in the beginning you never really liked, and probably like after listening to it like 4 or 5 times, it grew on you? For instance, I used to not really like a song by J. Cole. I'm not going to play because of copyright issues, but I started playing it often when I was at the gym, and because it is linked to a good feeling that I have when I'm working out, it suddenly became something that I enjoyed and I started paying much more attention to. Same thing applies to when you're selling something. You're probably thinking, oh, I'm going to annoy people. These people will probably be disinterested in what I have to offer, but the reverse is the case. When people hear something often and often enough, it starts to stick. And when it starts to stick, now your next goal should be, how do you generate inquiries? How do you generate people to ask about what you are talking about, right? When you get people to ask about what you're talking about, then you can refer them to something you can refer them to your funnel, which now pre-qualifies them. It is very, very important that you pre-qualify every single person that you work with, because one, it's going to save you a lot of headaches. Two, it is also going to help you extract as much information and also streamline the process of then bringing them on board if and when they qualify to enroll in your offer. And here's one thing I want you to know. If you are a service-based entrepreneur, if you are someone who sells your service, you are still selling your time. And here's what I want you to understand. Your time is limited. You have just 24 hours in a day, right? But if you have an offer that goes for like $2,000, if you take the same thing that you do for people, right, and you package it into a digitalist offer and now offer it to people that have much more, you know, they have teams, they have team members, and they would like to have their teams properly understand a process so they can get more results, especially people that do stuff in-house. So I'm going to give you an instance. If you are very, very good at Facebook ads, right, and you probably charge like $5,000 a month to run your ads, or you charge $2,500 a month to run your ads, well, the smartest thing that you can do would then be to document your processes, right, and your operating procedures, and I'll create these for people who are looking for in-house Facebook ads rep, right, Facebook media buyers. And when you do this, you are taking it off yourself and now providing much more value at a higher level. So you can now serve as a consultant. Like, people can have consults with you in a day. For instance, now I charge $10,000 an hour for my time, because I look at it from the point of view of, if I am to provide insights to someone, I could shorten the time frame that it would take them to learn something and just put it into a very, very little amount of time, and then they can get like an exponential result, right? And this has helped me to prove my prowess and also helped me to deliver transformation to people on a larger scale. So when you look at it, we sell our entry-level offer for $5,000, right? Now, to get to $450,000 or even $500,000 every single weekend, that means like 90 to 100 people enroll in this, right? So if you look at it, we're getting 400 enrollments on a minimum every single month, right? And if you look at that, that means we are reaching 4,800 people in a year. Now, I want you to understand that this is not something that would happen immediately, right? It's not as if you would start selling something for like $3,000, $5,000, and you start averaging $5,000 to $10,000 every single day. No, there's always like a process through the entire framework, right? And that's why we believe that when you follow a system, although it might take you a little bit longer, but it won't take you as long as it would if you try to figure it out by yourself, right? And that's one aspect. Now, the second aspect, which I believe will really help when we start to double down on things, because right now we are working more on the back end to make sure this is pretty streamlined. But one thing that we're looking forward to doing right now is to be able to make sure that we are able to build out a distribution system, which means we are going to be using affiliates moving forward. So affiliate marketing is going to be added to the back end, right? And that will make it much more robust. So we're going to be giving affiliates commissions for referring people who enroll in 7-figure offers, and that's one of the long-term plays that we're going to be putting in place. So that will not only take us from like $5,000 to $10,000, $10,000 to $15,000 days to now averaging $50,000 days. Because when you think of it, if we have 10 people promoting, or if we have 20 people, because the end goal is to have at least 20 people promoting the offer daily, right? And if these 20 people get at least 5 people to enroll, right? Now, if 5 people enroll per day, that's $25,000, right? And if you multiply that by 20, right? Think about it, that's $250,000, right? $25,000, no, sorry. I'm terrible at maths. 25,000 times 2, that's 50 times 10, that's $500,000, yeah, $500,000 a day. And if they get 50 or for 50% commission, so we're getting $250,000 a day. See, the most successful business owners in the world are not necessarily the smartest. They just understand leverage, right? And even creating on YouTube right now is a form of leverage. Why? Because like this is an evergreen content, right? This is an evergreen content platform, and I'm giving you the play right now. I'm giving you the free, this is free game. I'm giving you the play just so you understand that if you properly double down on distribution, right, and you also focus on laying emphasis, letting people know that yeah, you're actually good at what you're saying, and you're able to demonstrate it to them, make them see that, oh yeah, you understand what you're saying, then it is going to be way easier for you to get as many sales as possible, and also create that ripple effect over time. Yet the thing that most people do is they end up quitting way early into the game, right? They quit, and as a result of this, they don't get to make as much money as they desire. But when you understand that with a process, if you follow a specific process and you also show people that you know what you're saying, then there is a higher chance that you can also get to this point. And as you can see in the beginning of this video, I actually show you proof. Sometimes it is higher. Sometimes we have $30,000 days. Sometimes we have like $35,000 days. And at the end of the week, that's when we always like see a big spike in our revenue, because we already like have people who have signed up for the webinar, the free live training, because it is live, right? It is hosted live. And you know, at the end of the live event, they are already primed to buy, and because they've also gotten value that they can actually execute on during the live webinar, it's just a no-brainer to enroll in the offer to get to the next level, right? And as a result of this, we get paid, right? So I want you to understand that if you can increase the value that you offer to the world on a larger scale, right? If you can get people to see that you can provide a lot more transformation to them, instead of just dishing out information, but you can actually create transformation for them, then there is a very high chance for you to make a lot of money for yourself, right? The Jeff Bezos of the world are not necessarily working harder, they are only working smarter. So if you want to learn this true, then click the link below and sign up for my free live training, which is really live on Sundays. It is hosted on Sundays, and you get to see what exactly you need to do to get off the content treadmill. Every content that you put out there should serve a goal for you, right? And also I have a $49 offer which you can get today, right, by checking it out. Once you sign up for the live training, at the end you're going to be asked to get the $49 offer. Eventually you can also add the email alchemy, which is a $37. Eventually you get to pay like $86, but if you do that, you are going to get so much which you can then use to go ahead and implement ahead of watching the live webinar. So here's one thing I want you to understand. This takes time, this takes process, but if you stay grounded and if you stay rooted, then definitely you're going to get results. So I know I told you in the beginning that I make $5,000 to $10,000 a day. Yes, I do. And you can too, but this is not get rich quick scheme, right? It is you packaging your knowledge and expertise and putting it into a digitized offer that you can then sell to the world. Now, I want you to understand that creating a course is very easy. Knowing how to get consistent sales to it, that's where most people sweat and just get up, right? And this works for you if you're in any niche, in any space. I have fitness pros that are enrolled in the offer. I have people that are into e-commerce that have enrolled into the offer. I have people that are into affiliate marketing that have enrolled into the offer. I have people that are not even in the make money space, people that are in the farming and horticulture. So like this works for every single person who has an expertise and knowledge. I have people that are in the dating space who are enrolled in the offer. So what I want you to get clear on is know that you get paid based on the value you distribute to the world, and who knows that you have something to offer. Say if you're good at something but no one knows, then I'm sorry, that ain't gonna work, right? So I hope you found value in this. If you did find value in it, click the comment section, click the like button, and go to the comment section and share with me what exactly was the epiphany moment. At what point did you have a flip in your switch upstairs, right? I hope to see you in my next video, and go binge watch the course playlist, right? The secrets to the $1 million mark. I'd love to know what you think about it. And if you're a new viewer watching this, then hit that subscribe button, because I would love to share more value with you in the coming future. We drop videos twice a week. Stay tuned and turn on your post notification. See ya. God bless.